In Accra, the debate will commence on the financing of African economies. From the 18th to the 21st of June 2023, the African Export-Import Bank will be bringing together its ecosystem in the Ghanaian capital Accra. This will be the occasion of a double event, the annual meetings and the year-long celebration of the bank's 30th anniversary.
The main thing we'll be doing at the annual meeting is to celebrate our 30 years of existence. And the theme of the annual meeting is delivering the vision, building prosperity for Africans. So we will celebrate our 30 years and look ahead the next 30 years.
For the occasion, Afreximbank intends to bring together thousands of people, including Africans and Caribbean leaders, senior officials and other decision makers, business leaders, bankers, academics and more. It will be an opportunity for Afreximbank to launch a series of debates on the future of African economies, including opening up to new financial players, which includes the private sector.
The financial requirement for, say, infrastructure is more than $100 billion a year. If you combine all the budget of all the African countries, what that would amount to, the requirement will amount to, depending on whether it's 100 billion or 140 billion per year for the infrastructure, to amount to about 60 to 70% of the entire budget. It means then that there's no way the governments can do it alone. You have to bring other sources of funding. And the private sector is a viable source. But for the private sector to come into that kind of funding, those infrastructure projects must be viable. And it's the viability of such projects actually that makes them sustainable. So when you bring the private sector, you complement the government funding, but beyond that, you then make sure that the infrastructure you develop, most of them are viable, become a business, and then have a chance of being renewed and replaced.
In terms of programs, the Afreximbank annual meetings will include the annual general meetings of shareholders, as well as various seminars, plenary sessions and side events.